Today we're going to look at how to deploy an unsupervised natural language understanding model on your data stream. There are two ways to deploy an unsupervised NLU model onto your existing data stream. First, if we already have our stream ingested, as we see here with our Amazon Echo data, we can simply select this data set by clicking on it and then selecting Edit, and we'll see our structured data here in the dashboard. To deploy an unsupervised NLU model from here, I'll simply click on Unsupervised NLU Model, and this will bring up a view where I will map the fields that will be processed by our NLU model. We see that Stratified's platform has already made some assumptions on fields you'll likely want to map before you deploy your model, such as text and author. Other helpful fields to map at this stage would be date for a temporal analysis of the topics and sentiment. So to map date, I'll simply select the plus sign here and click date. And now we see that date is mapped under our assigned fields. Another field to look for in this mapping process would be a geographic field. In this instance, of course, it's an Amazon review, so I'm not mapping geography. I don't even have that field available to me. So from here, I'll simply click Next, and I'll see the next view where I can then deploy my unsupervised NLU model. I have the option to rename my model if I'd like, and I can also include any tags such as sales or user experience, or in this case I could include an Amazon tag. Another thing to point out at this stage before your model is deployed is the Advanced tab. If we click on Advanced tab, this is where we can include things such as taxonomies, as well as sentiment lists and stopword lists, which will be covered in other tips and tricks videos. We also have an option for including Chinese dictionary lists, but for purposes of this video, we're not going to include any of these lists. We're simply going to click Submit to deploy our unsupervised NLU model. Once I click Submit, I see here that my model is ready to be deployed, and as the view suggests, all I have to do now is click Submit to deploy it. Just like that, my data change has been saved, and my dashboard is now going to deploy this unsupervised NLU model on the existing structured data. So that's the first way to deploy an unsupervised NLU model. Another way is to deploy the unsupervised NLU model at the same time as when you ingest the initial data stream. In this example, I'm going to click Connect to Data Stream, and I'm going to select New Data. From here, I can select my Amazon review, or in this case, I'll just pick Indeed as an example. Select a company, for example. We'll just pick PepsiCo. It's one of the first examples here. And I'll click Next and specify my time range for the data ingestion. Click Submit. In this example, and we see here right away, not only is our structured data being ingested, but automatically an unsupervised NLU model will appear here to be deployed alongside the structured data analysis. From here, we would simply click Submit, and that new data stream, along with our unsupervised NLU model, will be deployed and ingested into the platform. Those are the two ways to ingest an unsupervised NLU model.